So, about those wolf hides I keep talking about, I've been trying to figure out where they might be, and at the same time thinking, I have more curing with me right now, all over the place. What am I worried about? Let's just keep exploring. So that's what I'm going to do. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Odds series, where I am just going to keep exploring, and it's going to be great. Let's take a quick look at my carrying capacity, though. Not that we need to worry about that very much anymore, but just for the sake of being thorough, I guess. We are going to load this revolver with literally the last 6 shots. 4 of them are already loaded, just added 2 more. And that's it. So we definitely need to visit some of the more, shall we say, civilized areas here. Because we got nothing. We got nothing left. Nothing at all. Alright, so there's one cured wolf pelt somewhere. There's this one. And I think this might be the one that I brought with me. So part of me is thinking maybe I didn't leave a wolf pelt anywhere. I just felt like I had more than one. And it's possible that I left some back at... You know what it might be? I think they're at Thompson's. That's it. I don't think I actually have a bunch of those wolf pelts with me. I think I psyched myself into thinking that I did, but I don't. So, it's at the end of the day here. I can't explore too far, but it's foggy, it's snowy. This is not going to be particularly cold weather, so I'm going to take this opportunity to go out and do a little bit of looking around in the direction I've already been pushing a little bit farther. And tell you what, in the spirit of what I kind of established last episode, now that we have a little bit more room to run around, a little bit more of a chance to feel safe, I am going to wear myself out a little bit more, do a little bit more full tilt sprinting. I'm not going to lie. When I saw that shape there, like come over the hill, I thought for a second, is that a bear? But we would have run into a bear at this point with all this back and forth. Just poking my head back in there for a second. We would have run into a bear with all this back and forth if there was a bear to run into. There's a good chance I think there's a bear in this next area. If I go a little farther. Man, the haze in Ash Canyon is just uncanny. The only thing like it in the game, really, is the glimmer fog in the Forsaken Airfield, which I've only been to once. And I've mostly seen the glimmer fog on streams and such of other people playing. I think I might have experienced it, but not for particularly long. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is just keep wandering down the stream a bit. Now, the last time I was here, I did hear more wolves. So we need to be prepared for that. I am prepared, though. I have more life. I've got a decent amount of, armor from the things that I'm wearing. And hey, we might find more cattails. There's some right there, actually. Definitely more wolves ahead. How far ahead? I don't know. Possibly closer than I give them credit for. But we're armed and dangerous. So let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. Just not too much, you know? A little bit of controlled chaos, if you will. Just a little. I'm kind of annoyed that there's like such a robust soundtrack entry playing right now, because it's like, game, for God's sake, I'm trying to listen for bear crows, and you are not making this easy at all. I see a lot of cattails and a lot of sticks. I love it. Alright, I'm going to kind of stay near the rock wall for a second here, and then I'll double back before too much longer. Okay, those are definitely more or less straight ahead. This seems like a pretty wide open area. I've been here before. It's just been a while. I mean, we were here in... Oh, hey, there's the ruined fishing hut. 3 cattails there. Oh, wow. The ruined fishing hut has a firewood container attached to it. I had forgotten about that. All right, so this is several more cattails to keep me nice and fed. Let's see if I can very carefully wander over this way. I see some more cattails to the left. It's a coal bin. Even better. Just one piece of coal in it, though, sadly. All right, nothing in the stove. Ice fishing hole is completely frozen, and there is nothing else here. Sadness.
I'm so cold. I'm warming up a bit.
Sadness incarnate. Okay. Let me check for cattails in a few more places. Ooh, I think I see one of the wolves right there. Yeah, there's one right ahead. All right, so I'm going to double back. I'm starting to lose condition, and I don't want to tempt fate too much more. We found a good number of cattails. I wasn't expecting to find anything amazing. This is one of the more wide open, like, desolate areas of Ash Canyon. But I knew I'd find a few more cattails and definitely some sticks, and that has been the case. And I was hoping to find that burned out fishing hut, and I think there's at least one more burned out structure somewhere. Ooh, yes, this is another thing I was kind of hoping for. That we would see a few rose hips to harvest. Because I haven't had any medicinal teas in a moment. And that's kind of bothersome. I don't like it very much. I would prefer to have my medicinal teas, please and thanks. There's another stick on the ground. Yeah, we gotta get back. I don't want to lose too much of the condition that I've gained. And I don't want to be wandering around near wolves, given that I'm so unfamiliar with where they wander in here. Okay, I see... Oh my god, there's so many cattails, though. I have a problem, I know. It's a compulsion. But this is the most generous cattail harvest I've had the opportunity to... That's a wolf right there. Hi. Speaking of nearly walking up on a wolf, let me run this way. That is exactly what I said I didn't want to happen. And it almost happened. Is that firewood on the ground? Can't be. No, it's just a... It looks like it. Got excited. Got excited for nothing. It's great. It's great. It's great. All right. Gonna keep walking this way. There's some branches on the ground, but that is going to be a little bit too much time. I have got to get back to the cabin and get some sleep. Nice to have another piece of coal. I just wish there was a little bit more than I found. Just the one piece. It's pretty brutal. You find a... It's a container that's literally marked coal container. And I get it. I'm playing on like the lowest possible loot table, so fair enough. But dang. One piece of coal. I have found a decent amount of coal here, and there's plenty more to be found, so can't complain. How's the hypothermia risk? It's about 15-20%. I don't even know how many cattails I just grabbed, but it's a good number. Also, that demon is still around somewhere. So, you know, if the food situation... I can even hear it right now, I think. There's a buck up there, actually. Yeah, so there's multiple deer in the area. I think it's fairly likely that we might get some wolf respawn relatively soon. It's been a few days, so I don't want to settle into a false sense of security and then have a wolf sneak up on me a little bit closer to home. but I'm about to get a good amount of sleep again. Recover even more condition. It's going to be nice. And then I think we're going to be very close to being able to craft some of the items we're waiting to craft tomorrow when we get up. So let's take a look at that. First of all, let's chow down on some meat. Oh, that was one of the small steaks. Okay, let's eat that one. Drop the rest. Step inside. Okay, now a couple things I can do. Let's go ahead and... Really? Really? That's it? I had none. Okay, well, dang. I have the one. I thought I would have like a couple of handfuls of that to make, but apparently I do not. Fair enough. Let's light this just to get a sense for... Alright. Standing right next to the bed. Wanted a sense of where I was? There you go. 14 cattails. So that's 2,000 calories in cattails right there. Not bad. Just remember, 7 cattails is 1,000 and change. So that's a win. Let's put the lantern away. And I guess I can go ahead and sleep now. Part of me wants to find something to do. Hang on. What about sharpening? I'm not going to be able to sharpen past this, because I don't think I have another whetstone. I can find more, but that's definitely something I'm going to need to be conscious of. Okay, let's not let's not accidentally harvest that. Okay, I'm not going to worry about sharpening anymore right now, but I'm down to my last few usages of that. Okay, so let's sleep for 8 hours. I'll say 9, but we'll get 8. I don't think I quite grabbed enough birch bark last episode. Yeah, we would have seen birch bark preparation as an option if I had enough birch bark to actually prepare teas. So I might go looking for more of that, since I know that so much has kind of regenerated in that area. All right, I've got the 2 pieces of coal. I've got 11 sticks. Nice. Happy about the 11 sticks. Decent rabbit skin hat is getting to a point where I kind of want to repair it. But we're going to use the guts on making new things first. Yeah, we're going to keep the can opener, because again, that's saving the condition of my knife by having the can opener. We've gone back and forth on that over the series multiple times, but at this point I'm really starting to think about, okay, if I don't have that many whetstones, I'm starting to care about that a little bit more than in the past. Okay, let me just pass time for 2 hours. I hate to do that, but there's nothing really I can do right now. And now I can sleep for like 1. And then I should have a little bit of daylight when I wake up, and I can use that to take stock of what's cured here. One of these should be cured. So we've got a cured gut. So first question, let's take a look at our options. Rabbit skin mitts. 2 cured guts, and 4 cured rabbit pelts. I forgot that it was 4. I thought that it was 2. This is why I appreciate people who leave suggestions in the comments so much. I know that you mean well, but this is why I have to be careful about like paying too much attention even when the suggestions are good. Because I've had people be like, why don't you make rabbit skin mitts? Because I don't have enough pelts for them. And I knew that, but when I see the questions going, oh, well, maybe I do. Maybe I'm wrong about the number. And it's like, no, I'm not wrong about the number. They require 4. There's a reason I have the instinct not to make them. I can't. Okay. Oh, no. All right, well, let's see. This is cured. So a couple of days and the rest of these guts will be cured, and I'll be able to do a whole heck of a lot. So that's going to be fun. It's the moose hide cloak that I'm going to be making. Let's take a look at what that's actually going to do for us. Looked at this a while back. We're going to get a lot better wind protection. It is going to like further restrict my movement, which I don't like. But 6.3 degrees as compared to the 4 degrees I'm currently getting from the Mackinac jackets. Now, these aren't fully repaired, but we're still looking at about a 2-degree increase. It's not huge, to be honest. The rabbit skin mitts are almost more of a welcome thing at this point. So I will make the rabbit skin mitts. Yeah, I'm going to stick to my original plan then. I can make those when I get to Broken Railroad. That's been what I wanted to do. And I know I have rabbit skins curing there. And I might have others that I've left in other places. For example, at Thompson's Crossing. I think Thompson's Crossing is mainly where I left the wolf pelts. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're not in Pleasant Valley. We're not even in Timberwolf Mountain. We are in Ash Canyon. All right, let's step outside. I know where I am. Okay, so I kind of do want to look over this way and see what might be back in that direction. I know I said that like last episode, like thinking, is there something back that way, and then not being sure. I would love to indulge that curiosity a bit, so that's what I'm going to do. I've got some cattails to snack on for food. I'm going to leave the wolf meat where it is. If I see an additional bunny to murder, then I will do so. I might even try and throw a rock. Aha! Another stick. Steak. Man, it's cold. And I should be mindful of the fact that I might still walk up on a wolf around here.
Jesus,
oh, wait.
It's cold.
Wait, I think I know where this goes. I think I know where this goes. I might be wrong. I might be very wrong. What is this?
It's a goddamn freezing.
I'm going to have to light a fire in a bit. Birch bark. Had a feeling. Yeah, I'm going to have to light a fire. Thankfully, I have sticks. Dead end? No, maybe not. No, dead end. Yeah, definitely a dead end. There's nothing back here. I mean, I could potentially hang out in this corner for, like, protection from the wind, but it's fine. I'm just gonna run back. And what I can do is I can get back to the cabin and sleep for a bit. And then set out in another direction. And I think it'll probably result in like a net gain in condition, or at least an equalization. It'll balance out in terms of a condition loss from being cold right now. Plus, I'm just verifying wildlife status in the area. Deer, rabbits, ptarmigan, wolves. Ptarmigan aren't going to be nearby. Ptarmigan apparently like to hang out in high places, which is why we found them up at the mine. It's one of the highest points on the map. It's not the highest, but it's one of the highest. But I'm still verifying, you know? This is not a zone that I know particularly well, so I'm just taking it in. And having a blast with it, let me tell you. Alright, so there's the cabin. Any other sticks in the area? Yes, no, maybe so? That's a negative. That's what that is. All right. Back to the cabin with me. And then we'll go back that way. Although I can actually prepare birch bark now, which is nice. I don't know that I'll necessarily like drink the birch bark tea right now, but I can definitely prepare some birch bark. Let's do that. Now, I feel like a blizzard is right around the corner. I'm going to sleep for 3 hours and I'll get 2.5. Woke up fully rested. Actually, wait, before you drink all of that, let's go ahead and do the thing that's going to reduce that meter a little bit, and then we'll drink until you're full. There we go. Not bad. All right, let's drop the rest on the ground. Drink that. God, we've got over 10 pounds excess. This is just... I feel like a spoiled child with this increase in capacity. It's fantastic. I do want to break up some of this wood, but I don't have to just yet. So another place that I could go for like guts and hides and stuff, by the way, I'd have to wait for them to cure, and I don't know that I'm willing to wait that long. We've been in Ash Canyon for a while, and we're close to being able to leave in a couple of days once I have the moose hide stuff. But I could go back up there. And I could go say hello to those wolves. You know, I mentioned the solid snaking. I could go do some more of that. Or not solid snake, and I could just shoot them in the face with an arrow. Okay, let's head this way. This is one direction I haven't been yet. I want to be mindful of wolves. Because I'm still not convinced, by the way. For the record, still not convinced that there are no wolves in the immediate vicinity. I feel like there's at least one more wandering around. Wait a minute. Hello? Reishi mushrooms? I feel like there's at least one more. You'll be fine. All right, so we got some scrub brushes here. That's good to know. Not that we are running light on sticks at the moment. What's this? Rose hips. So I think I know where this goes. I'm still going to follow it a little bit farther. I just, like I said, I don't want to have a net loss.
Cold.
On my health here. Yeah, I feel like there's a wolf down here. And that's coming more from memory than from recent stints in this zone. That is a backpack. I was wondering what that thing hanging from the tree was. Let's search that. Nothing in it. Okay. So it's the middle of the day. Is there a hollowed out tree anywhere close by that I can use? I mean, I don't necessarily need a hollowed out tree, but I would love to feel like my fire was protected a bit from the wind. Is there a climbing rope anywhere? Yeah, there is. There's a climbing rope right there. I knew there was an area that kind of... Yeah. I recognize this so vaguely. It's like, yeah, I kind of know where I am, and I kind of feel like there's a wolf really close. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is... Okay, I'm gonna double back, because I need to get back and stay warm. I'd prefer to conserve my sticks. I'm doing so well in terms of actually finding stuff to burn. I don't just want to start a fire right now and consume a bunch of it. Did I just run past another one? Nope. See, this texture on the ground looks like a stick. But yeah, I kind of... There's an area where when you descend into Ash Canyon from the upper level, Like, if you take a more cavalier route, so to speak, this is where you end up. If you're kind of... You can goat down from certain areas that are... the way the level is designed, you're clearly meant to, like, hop from ledge to ledge, knowing that you can't get back along that path. And I think where we just were is where that path kind of dumps you. So then you end up right here. I think. I'm thinking out loud. I might be completely wrong. If I'm wrong, let me be wrong. It's fine. I'm learning. Just getting the lay of the land. Also, here's another stick. Still not encumbered, which is hilarious to me. Gotta get inside, though. Losing lots of condition. Need to be careful with those. Speaking of being cavalier. Speaking of being cavalier with ledges. You're supposed to do that intentionally in Ash Canyon, not unintentionally, so I'll try and stay focused on that. Alright, here's the cabin. It's nice to start to feel like I'm getting the lay of the land a bit. In this area, at least. Alright, so we've got 2 cured guts. How many do I need for the moosehide cloak? It's just 2, right? No, it's 4. It is 4. Okay. So we need to wait about another day, exactly, before we're going to be able to prepare those, sadly. Okay. Well, let's sleep for a couple of hours. Condition still mostly good. Not as high as it was, but it's still mostly good. Got 14 cattails, plenty of sticks, and I'm just walking around with them. Not a care in the world. I got 30 sticks and 2 pieces of coal, and I have 7 and change pounds of overhead in my carrying capacity right now. What the heck? It's the best. Let me tell you, it's the absolute best. All right. Weather continues to be stupidly cold. So where do I go at this point? I guess I'm going to wander back this way, and we'll go back to the opening and kind of head the other direction. I kind of hugged the left wall last time. Now let's hug the right wall and do a little bit more. Remember, everything that I'm doing right now, yes, I'm exploring, I'm getting the lay of the land, words, but I'm also passing time. And then once that stuff is done, once I've got the moosehide cloak made, we're going to head to Blackrock. And we'll probably head out this way, which is one of the reasons I want to explore more this direction than any other direction. I want to know where the wolves are. I want to know where they aren't. I may actually start a fire here in a second because I've got enough sticks at this point. I feel confident that I can get a strong enough fire going that would protect me from the cold. It feels like negative 13 right now. Is it getting warmer or colder? Negative 14. All right, that's not a good sign. Now, granted, it is getting later in the day, but still negative 14. With the wind picking up, I feel like a blizzard is just about to roll in, and I would hate to be caught out in one. Because that would actually hurt the condition of my clothing, you know? So I can kind of hug this wall over here and see if I spot any caves. Let's try that.
I can't feel my feet.
I'm going to be quiet for a second because I'm listening for wolf footsteps. Or bear crows, but mainly wolf footsteps. And I would like to make sure that any cave I do walk into is not inhabited, if you know what I'm saying. That would be my strong preference. Hello?
It's so cold.
What is
I'll lay down
this?
for a bit.
Okay, this doesn't go anywhere. It's made to look like it goes somewhere, but it doesn't. Okay. It might be a slight protection from the wind, but... All right, let me grab a few more sticks because I might be making a fire in a bit. All right, I would like to find a cave before I make a fire. And I feel like there's a reasonable chance I'll find one along this wall. I'm just guessing. I don't know. Pure conjecture on my part. I'm also... Yeah, I'm genuinely not sure about where... Is that a high bridge? It is a high bridge. What the heck? Okay, that's actually... Wait, is this the... Is this the... This is not the entrance. It can't be. It can't be. There's no way. I know, I'm being bad right now. I need to find shelter. Alright, let me step up here at least, because I need to spot for wolves. Son of a... I'm gonna step back here and try and get a clear shot. Come on. Need a good flat zone. Here we go. What the heck? Oh, no, he's still chasing me. Okay. For a second, I thought the wolf might have buggered off. Alright, I shouldn't be doubling back this far. But I just want to really trust the terrain. Okay, here we go. This is terrain I trust. Come on. I know you saw me draw that. Okay, I gotta make a fire. I think I'm gonna try and make one where I did before, since I'm so close. I doubled back way too far there, but at least now I know I've got some food in the area. And if I find a cave, I don't have to go all the way back right now to the cabin. So I'm gonna go... There's nothing behind those waterfalls, is there? No, there's not. No, there's definitely not. All right. Okay, here we are. Burned out campfire. Let's just use a match. Let's use an accelerant because we need the fire to start yesterday. And I'm going to go ahead. Let's definitely pop one piece of coal on there. And then we're going to pile sticks on this fire all the way down to 15. Get this thing nice and hot, and there we go. Now, we are about 33 minutes into the episode. I'm going to go ahead and stop this one here. In the next one, I am going to warm up, and we're going to head back in that direction of the wolf I just killed. I don't know if I'll grab any meat off of it right away. I could if I wanted to, but I've got cattails, and I feel like I can find more in that area. I just want to verify that that area that I was just exploring is what I think it was. At the very least, I want to get a sense for like what might be in that area. And there might still be a cave or other wildlife for that matter, so I just need to feel that out a little bit more now that I've taken care of the threat. A little bit of a panic there, but it's better now. And we are warming up pretty nicely as well. I can also drink a tea here in a moment just to recover a bit of condition. So this might be a good time for that birch bark tea. For now, I'll go ahead and stop this one here, though. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not the first time or even the second, click for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day but Wednesday at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.